can you pressure wash your engine bay? Well, there's a lot of controversy surrounding that question. And although there are some important things to make note of in order to not damage anything during the process, the simpler answer is yes, you can. So in this video, I'm going to be showing how to safely pressure wash your engine bay and make it look practically brand new. So here we have my girlfriend's 1991 Unos Roadster. Unos. And as you can see, this bay hasn't been cleaned for a long time. It's got a lot of dust and dirt and oil residue, and is that sand? That is sand. And it just has a lot of crud everywhere, and it makes it look like crap. So we're gonna take the time now to pressure wash this bay and clean it up real good and make it look as presentable as possible. Now, the very first step before you do anything when working on a JDM car is to eat noodles. Now, before you start spraying anything, the very first thing that you actually want to do is to go ahead and disconnect the battery. That's always advisable when working on cars, especially when you're touching anything with electrical connections. It'll prevent a short out, it'll prevent you from getting electrocuted. Just do it. It's worth it for the safety. After you do that, you want to go ahead and protect anything in the engine bay that you definitely don't want to get water on. So in the case of the Unos Roadster, it's just the open air filter and the alternator. And we are going to actually use aluminum foil to wrap those things to keep water off them. You can also put a plastic bag or sandwich bag over it and secure it with an elastic or tie it or whatever you want to do. But I find aluminum foil to be really easy to work with, and as long as you wrap it properly, it will keep the water off. So let's go ahead and do that. One thing I forgot to note before was anything that has to do with ignition should also be protected. Now, I'm obviously not going to wrap each one of the ignition wires from the coil pack individually in foil. So instead, I'm just going to refrain from spraying that area with the pressure washer. Non-pressurized water should be fine. Because they're sealed, it's most likely not going to penetrate inside, so I'm not going to worry about that. So the final step before we actually take water to the engine bay is, well, this is optional, but I like to do it, and that is to spray it with engine degreaser. And this stuff's pretty old, but I'm pretty confident that it's going to work as it was intended. So I'm just going to spray the nozzle onto all the crap. After you're finished degreasing, just let it all sit for a couple minutes so it can loosen up all the dirt. Then you're finally ready to start pressure washing. Now I just went all out spraying, so it's just dripping wet. But as you can see, aside from the weathering on the valve cover and intake manifold, everything is good as new. I also sprayed the hood, so it's just dripping everywhere, but I'll give it a good 6 hours and let it air dry as best that it can, and then I'll take a towel to it and dry the crevices in which it's hard for the water to evaporate. If you want to accelerate the drying process, you can take pressurized air to it and spray it all off, and that will most likely help as well. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. I hope that this video encouraged you not to be afraid to pressure wash your engine bay, as long as you take the proper steps to make sure nothing gets damaged. If you liked this video and you like the content, then I would encourage you to please subscribe, because I plan on uploading many more car-related videos, especially about Miatas, how-tos, mods, DIYs, and some shenanigans. Now, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. How about I show you my cat? Delicious. Yep, fuck, it's hot in here.